For real. Let me make
Hey, your mom is on the.
Oh, you're not seeing my camera. There we go. There we go. Have you been feeling funny about money? I mean, I know it rhymes, but that literally, I mean, you want to have more control over money and you want to be in a place to be generous with others. But how do you do that without feeling guilty when you're earning an income by helping others? Or, isn't it a contradiction for you to make someone pay you to help them? Do you ever feel yourself thinking maybe more money equals more stress, or there's never enough for me? Or maybe what will other people think? These can all be signs of limiting beliefs about money and signals that it's time to really tackle and remove money blocks that are likely outdated and unhelpful and frankly a pain. And today, I'm going to give you some solid strategies for overcoming some of those money blocks and to attract more financial abundance, or maybe at least just not chase it away, because I've been there too. And I love this quote, but I want us to view it in the context of money. Okay, so I'm going to show this here in the stream here. Can you guys see that? Actually, let me hide this for a minute. So what you think about, you believe, and what you believe becomes your truth. Now, I want you to add money into the mix. And what you think about money, you believe. And what you believe about money becomes your truth. And this will actually be projected onto other people. So you may think this is just about you, but actually the people that you are striving to serve, or the clients or the patients that you see, that this belief, this truth will actually be projected onto those people. So I'm curious, how does that quote make you feel? Like, did you ever believe that your beliefs are responsible for your financial truth? Any thoughts on that? Yeah, I know. So now, if you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave some comments. I'll be back to answer your questions. Welcome to those of you who are joining on Instagram. I will say you are in the cheap seats. You're going to want to come join us over on Facebook so you can grab all of the things that I'm sharing today, including our written notes. But you're welcome to stay there too. Welcome to you. Today, we're going to be free from playing small and free from money blocks and free from unhealthy habits, free to think outside the box, free to work smarter, free to find some inspiration, free to change your mindset. Yes. Now, I have a gift for those of you who would like access to our notes from today. Just drop the word money below, all one word, and I'll make sure that you get the written notes from today so that you don't have to take your own. Don't keep this information to yourself. If this is a topic that resonates with you, I have a bonus gift for those of you who choose to tell other people. I know that you have some friends who could benefit from this. If you want to take a moment to tell them about it, go ahead and do that while I take a sip. For those of you who are new here, my name is Amy Miller. And for the past 7 years, I have partnered with a company whose goal is to get the most people out of debt. Yes, that is their goal. And over these years, I've served moms who want to be a healer in their own home, helping them go from frightened to fearless as they overcome that negative tape in their own head. And I've also taught business and leadership principles to families that we're tired of trading time for money so that they can return to joy. And that's what I want to do with you today. So this is Free Friday. This is our weekly series to experience life more fully, more abundantly. Bonus if we can do this naturally, right? And we love to learn out loud here on Free Friday. So when we learn out loud on the broadcast, we use the hashtag Free Friday and we explain whatever's freeing your mind, whatever that aha moment is. So if you're watching on the replay or throughout the live, anytime you hear something that's valuable to you, a new idea or a nugget you want to hold on to, type the word hashtag Free Friday and then share that tip that you're going to implement or that aha moment that you've had, because we love to celebrate learning together. Now, I know your needs are being taken care of. In fact, you feel blessed beyond measure. But what if you could do more just because you simply had more to share, to be more generous, to impact more lives around you? How often does your lack of confidence hold you back from taking smart risks? What if you could do this without being a sleazy, yucky feeling salesperson or not taking on 3 more jobs? Are you ready to upgrade your money mindset with me? Yes? Okay, let's dive into it. Yeah, so what do you think about money? Back on that quote that I shared with you, and we talked about what do you think about money? In fact, I have a question for you here. It says, true or false here? You have to spend money to make money. True or false? I want you to think about that. And so it's interesting, when we were spending some time in Laramie, Wyoming, we had the joy of spending a time at Rock Laramie. It's a church right off the highway, right off Highway 80. And one of the many lessons that we learned in that time was the profound effect that early childhood events can have on your adult beliefs. Now, we don't need more proof, but later we got it while we were studying Dr. Caroline Leaf's research on the brain. So what does this mean for us today? Okay, I'm glad you asked. Because many times the things that you believe about money as an adult came from the things that you learned as a child. So I want you to think back on your childhood and the things that you remember hearing about money. Tell me if any one of these statements resonates with you. Money is hard to come by, or there's never enough money, or we're going to do whatever it takes to get more money. Money is the root of evil, or poverty is a sign of spirituality. To get to the root of your beliefs, you need to examine. I want to hear what some of your beliefs were, things that you were told as a child. But to get to the root of those, we've got to examine our thoughts and our experiences around money so that we can begin to find out where those beliefs are coming from. And it's going to be key for you to spend time reflecting on those beliefs. When you started to believe the way that you do and what caused you to believe this way. For me, growing up, I always wanted a trampoline, but my parents always told me it wasn't a good idea to spend so much money on something that was only going to be for one person. As you can imagine, that was pretty formative in shaping my beliefs around my self-worth, around money, around when you spend money and when you don't spend money. So make it a personal goal to spend some time thinking through those things that you believe around money and when you started to believe that way. Because as you can imagine, finding out where that belief came from really isn't enough. Now you have to overcome some of those beliefs, right? So how do we begin that process? Well, we got to start by creating a new belief. I want you to imagine your brain as a forest that's filled with filing cabinets. Now, those of you who are my fellow therapists, this is a very simplified version about how our brain works, but you got me, you know. To get from one place to another, you need to create a path, right? And over time, as you go to the quote money filing cabinet, you begin to wear a path through that forest of your brain. Time and again, you're going to the money cabinet via the path. There isn't enough. After years of walking that path, it's going to be very well defined. It's easy to see, right? Today, I'm telling you that you need to get rid of that path, that you need to stop using that path. And if today you decide to stop using that path, and then tomorrow it's time to pay a bill, or your child asks to buy something, at that moment, which path do you think your brain will use to get to your money cabinet? Right, right. That's right. It's going to tear down that do not cross tape that you put up today during the video, and it's going to trudge through that forest of your mind in the same steps that it was taking before you knew why you believed what you do. So, how do you get rid of this old habitual way of getting from one cabinet to the other? You have to clear a new path before it's time to use it. So, what does this look like? We need some practicality here, right? Some powerful and practical uses. Okay. So clearing out a new path in your brain happens the same way you created the old one. This time, though, you're going to do it with intention. Okay. Say it with me, the word intention. This is living your life with intention. Okay. So what you're going to do, begin to do today is choosing the path your brain takes around money by writing and repeating an affirmation. Now, before we begin, I want to put your mind at ease about something. I'm not going to ask you to lie to yourself. I'm simply going to ask you to find something about money that is all at once noble and true and attainable. So here's some examples. Money is a tool that allows me to do good things and help the people around me. Or why do I have lasting wealth and success? Because I'm committed to seeking God's wisdom and understanding, and He gives it freely. So that's where some new thoughts can begin to come in. Now, this is going to take effort. And if you want more on this kind of brain detox, I have access to Dr. Caroline Leaf's 21-day brain detox, where you can begin to even more formidably take those steps. But you want to invite God into this transformation. Remember, money is a resource, much like time or water. And while getting rid of the old belief systems is key, and affirmations are going to be a great tool to help you begin walking a better path, those things themselves are not going to be enough if you don't acknowledge and address some gaps. Okay? So as we address some of those gaps, finances, just like many other things in the real world, they respond to proper stimuli. So if you want to start a garden, it's going to be important to begin to learn about when to plant what seeds and what type of soil will give you the best harvest and how much to water the seeds and when you want to start picking them out of the ground. In other words, there's some things you're going to want to learn first. How do you learn the best practices about money? Yes, great question. I'm going to suggest that you begin to find some successful people and start to see how they view and earn money. I want you to think about the people around you that you respect or you admire about how they handle money, and begin to pick their brains, see what they do. Tony Robbins is a well-known success coach, but did you know that he has written a book about money that was distilled from interviews with some of the most successful minds of our time? Another really great book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And when it comes to challenging your mindset on a host of issues, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks is high on our list. Now, as you begin to find new ways to handle and earn money, your confidence surrounding money is going to grow. And then number 4 is actually going to be much easier. Yes, we're going to pull the money out of the shadows. Now, rather than ignoring money, make it the main course. Begin to immerse yourself in conversations about money. Take the topic out of the shadows and shine light onto it. The more conversations that you begin to have about it, the more it will become normalized, and you can begin to control the way that you think about it. So Which of these 4 strategies is going to be where you begin? Do you want to recap them? Let's recap them. Okay, we're going to do a speedy recap here. Yes. So first, you've got to find out why you believe the way that you do about money. Then you're going to want to create a new system of beliefs. And number 3, learn to earn. Begin to add knowledge to fill those gaps that you have about money. And then number 4, pull money out of the shadows and into the light. Stop making it a taboo subject that we don't talk about or that we don't know how to talk about. Okay, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you so much for joining me on Free Friday. I'm going to see you back here next Friday. We're going to be talking about some more blocks and things and practical things that you can do to change some of those. I love really being here with you guys. You are worth the investment. I'm going to sign off here with this quote here, that building a heart-centered business, if you focus on that, the money will follow every time. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys back here next week. Bye, everybody.